framing. So the framing was something like this. It was that they tried these tasks like puzzle games, basically. Like there's this game called Tower of Hanoi. And essentially the idea in these tasks is that the model has to perform like a very long long chain of actions to be able to like solve the puzzle. And what they showed was that the thinking models, like after a certain point, or like as the number of steps gets larger, the model's accuracy starts falling, like they start making mistakes. And they call this like the illusion of thinking, and then they question whether the models can actually reason and so on. So I guess like the reason why this is like this has been a bit controversial, and where I personally, like, let's say, disagree with this, would be the fact that, like, I mean, it's not very well defined what reasoning is, and depending on what you decide to call reasoning, you can have different interpretations of these same results. So, like, my personal interpretation of the results is that the model doesn't know how to solve these puzzles, right? Because it can solve it for these like smaller number of actions. It does solve the Tower of Hanoi game quite well until like it starts hitting the limits of its, like, let's say, context length or something. And the reason, like, we do have some like we have like our own like this project going on, which isn't public yet, but we do see something similar, which is that like models do like tend to like if you make them do 10,000 steps of the same action, it doesn't have to reason anymore. It has to just keep applying the same action, just be like an executor, basically, which just keeps executing the same thing. And we do see that model performance dips after a certain number of actions, and the bigger models will work for more actions. And there is this very interesting paper by this organization called METR, which showed that effective horizon lengths of the models, or like the length of the tasks that models can do, doubles every X months. So so I think there is, like, with the Apple paper, there is this decoupling between what is reasoning and what is execution, just like long horizon execution. And long horizon execution is important, right? Like, humans can do it. We want AI agents to do it as well. So it's a very important capability, and it's good to show the shortcoming. But at the same time, I won't say that the models can't think or they can't reason, because, like, even if they can't keep executing it perfectly for very long, they do manage to, they do know how to solve the puzzle.